Hi, it's Allison. Last time when we did our blog, we touched on dementia versus Alzheimer's and what's the difference. Dementia is a syndrome, and so it's basically symptoms that affect memory and reasoning. So if a person, say, comes up to you and tells you, I have cancer, you're going to want to find out what type of cancer. The same is with dementia. What type of dementia? So we touched briefly on three. We talked about vascular dementia, which affects our memory loss due to stroke, most likely multiple strokes. We talked about frontal temporal dementia, which frontal meaning the front part of our brain, our executive portion of our brain, affects our behavior and our decision making. We talked about temporal dementia, the sides, our language center, so a person will often have difficulty coming out with the words or thinking of the words they want to say, not understanding what you are trying to tell them. And we talked about Lewy body dementia, which mimics Parkinson's in a lot of ways, in that you'll notice a person shuffling their feet or maybe rolling their fingers, often accompanied with hallucinations. And then we talked about Alzheimer's being an actual disease of the memory, and that affects to the point of where an individual completely forgets how to dress themselves or what a spoon or a fork is for, and ultimately can be fatal. So what are some of the ways this can be treated? As we mentioned, there is no cure at this time. Banner Alzheimer's Institutes and other institutes are constantly working on trying to find a cure. We pray that there will be one in the near future. There are some medications that if you go to your doctor and you have a little mini mental test, if you've noticed some symptoms and they diagnose you with dementia or Alzheimer's, some medications that may help. There's Amenda, there's Aricept, there's Exelon, and there's Razidine. And these can be used separately. Oftentimes, if they don't work the way the doctor and the patient and the family is wanting them to, they can increase the dosage, or they may add a boost called Namenda. So talk to your doctor about these medications, and the whole purpose is for them to allow that individual who is on this new journey of memory issues to be able to live a productive life for as long as possible. So I was thinking, the holidays are coming up, families are going to be getting together, and chances are there's someone in your family that has dementia or Alzheimer's. Or maybe, a grandchild has not seen their grandparent for quite some time, and they're getting together and they're noticing, there's some different behavior. I've never seen grandma or grandpa act like that before. Maybe they are just repeating the same things over. Maybe they're asking the same questions. Maybe they're saying some things that just aren't appropriate. So what do? How do you deal with an individual like this? Well, there's a couple things that come to my mind, and one, of course, is patience, and realizing that distraction is a huge way to work with individuals who maybe have gotten onto a wrong a track of thought or words, distracting them with maybe an item. Hand them something, talk about it, maybe a picture, photographs of family, talking about it. Food works really well. Of course, there's going to be a lot of food around for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Going for a walk, getting outside and just getting some fresh air, but just distracting that individual from where they're at. You don't want to compound their confusion or their frustration. You're not going to want to try to coerce them into anything. You're not going to want to try to challenge them or correct them. It is our nature. If we're told something that's wrong, we want to say, no, that's not the way it is. But no one ever wins in an argument with a person with dementia or Alzheimer's. So don't even try. Just join them in their world and just go along and listen to them. They want to be heard. And again, try to change the subject or get them distracted on another project of some site. And then I just, just be kind and listen. Like I mentioned earlier, their short-term memory is not there, but chances are their long-term memory is. And they want to talk about their lives. They're going to remember about their childhood. They're going to remember as young adults things and stories that are going to amaze you. What a perfect time when your families get together to sit down and share stories. So I hope this encourages you a little bit. As we get together for the holidays, just appreciate one another. Life's short. Don't get into arguments. Just enjoy each other's company. Thank you and God bless.